This week in the show, we're talking Ben Affleck's Oscar-winning drama Argo. Stick around for a tense political thriller, proof that Hollywood will do literally anything to avoid making original films, and a rescue plot that a Scooby-Doo villain would be proud of. I'm David.
I'm Caolan.
And this is Two Men the Podcast. Caolan, you want to make a correction to something you said last week?
Yeah, I, blissfully ignorant of what this movie was last week, read the description and it said Argo, the sci-fi movie. Did not realise that this film was not a sci-fi movie. This is, in fact, it could not be further.
And I knew it was based on a true story, so I didn't pick you up on it, and I just started talking about how much I love sci-fi.
Yeah, the film Argo, the sci-fi movie, is the movie they use as a escape plan in this movie. So I would like to apologise on behalf of myself to Ben Affleck
and Tony Mendes
and John Goodman. I don't care about Tony Mendes. I have no respect. I want John Goodman to know that I apologise.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he's listening.
He is listening. Friend of the pod, John Goodman.
Yeah.
Right, David, I have a series of questions about this movie, but the first one is, did you like Argo?
Yeah, I didn't.
That's the pod.
I didn't love it. I thought it was good. It was solid. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I about run of the mill is pretty right.
I think it's very lucky given it the other Oscar nominees that year.
Yeah, I have it written down here that when we eventually get to, we float the idea on these of doing our Oscar what ifs.
Yeah.
As a topic. If we eventually get to this, I think this film might struggle, because I'm almost definite that this might be, I don't know, third, fourth in the Oscar actual rankings of that year. I think I looked at the Best Picture nominees and I picked 2 at least.
Yeah, but I think like Django Unchained I think is a better film, but it doesn't deserve an Oscar purely for Quentin Tarantino's cameo. I think it didn't deserve a nomination
that
because
the one
of that.
I picked, but
Silver Lining Playbooks
is absolutely and
definitely a better
Zero
film.
Dark 30 is a better movie.
I haven't seen that.
And as far as I can gather from journalists who know more than I do, Amore is a very great movie. I haven't got around to watching it yet. I will do it if we ever get to our Oscar what ifs. But I recently watched the Community episode, David, about Nicolas Cage and whether or not he is good.
He is good.
And my question to you is Ben Affleck any good?
Not as a leading actor.
Or a supporting actor?
No, I think he's not bad as a supporting actor. He was good as a supporting actor.
What is Ben Affleck's best film to you, David?
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
And he's in about 20 minutes of that.
Is that the best movie he's in, or is it Ben Affleck's best movie?
I think it's the best movie he's in.
Because I think he is in a lot of great movies, but he is not good in them.
Do you know, I think he's a very underrated Batman.
Yeah, okay.
He's a good Batman.
I don't have particularly strong feelings either way on Batman. I just think it's a bad movie. So I think anyone who's in this movie... I think Henry Cavill struggles in this film too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I don't think Henry Cavill's a terrible Superman.
He's quite a good Superman, as far as Superman go.
What I will say is, he's great in Suicide Squad for the 2 seconds that he's in it as Batman. I don't know if it actually is Ben Affleck.
I think it is. He does have a line, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I just assumed when I watched it that they just didn't get him in for it.
Do you think they just got a Ben Affleck impersonator? They just
got
Matt Damon.
There's no like. I could impersonate.
It's just
Ben
got Mark Wahlberg.
It's just a big guy who grunts.
Yeah,
it's probably true. Johnny Depp or something. No, but I think Ben Affleck's best film, or maybe not the best film he's in, but I think his best performance is Gone Girl.
Yeah, he is quite good in that.
Why I think this backs up my point that Ben Affleck isn't good is that the whole point of his character in Gone Girl is to not be liked and not seem believable and to seem like a terrible actor.
Okay.
Which is what I think he excels at, because he is a not terrible actor.
I think he's a very limited actor.
He doesn't exactly bleed charisma.
Yeah.
He is so unlikable in everything he's in. Like in this movie, you almost want him to be caught.
Yeah.
Just to die. Because Ben Affleck is soul-crushingly boring.
It was a strange choice to cast himself as Tony Mendes, the 5'4" Mexican American.
Yeah. I don't understand his
Ben Affleck, this
obsession with moving to directing, but also not leaving the acting.
Yeah.
Just direct.
Yeah.
Because the films are good. The direction is good.
Oh yeah.
It's just not good when he's on screen.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate as the leading man, that he shows up a lot.
Yeah, he tends to.
It's the same problem with The Town.
I haven't seen
it. The Town is a good film, I think.
Yeah.
The accents mainly. It's just I love Boston accents.
Boston.
No, I love the Boston accents. But Ben Affleck sucks the life out of that movie.
Yeah.
Which again sucks because he's the star of the film. But I was extremely negative on this film, and I'm not. I just don't like him.
Okay, so it's just Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I think if you replaced him with a tree, I might enjoy this film 10 times more. Like Vin Diesel come on and Groot the whole way through this movie, and I think I'd buy it. You are positive on this film more so than I am, I think.
I think it's a good film. I'm not going to argue that Ben Affleck has the charisma of a tree. Actually, that's a bit harsh on the tree. I think Ben Affleck is quite uncharismatic. He does seem quite out of place in 90% of the scenes in this film. I think the only scene where he seems plausible is when he's in the meeting and everyone's suggesting the ideas of, we send him in as teachers, and he's just being a dick saying like, no, that's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
No, it's a stupid idea. Which, yeah, again, kind of backs up your point that he's good at playing dickheads.
That and the scene where the security guards in the airport take them into the room.
Oh, yeah.
And Ben Affleck says literally nothing.
He just stands there.
Just stands and watches, and that's his best scene.
The CIA operative.
Yeah, that is Ben Affleck stealing the show as just a confused, lonely man in the back who doesn't speak the language, which is what I feel when he speaks English.
Yeah.
The 6, have we seen any of them?
Well, you haven't, I assume, but one of the women was an FBI agent in Heroes, the first season of Heroes.
Which woman is this?
The one with the glasses.
Okay.
She kind of looks like the woman who plays Velma in Scooby-Doo. She's not her.
The woman. Oh no, the woman who plays
She's also
Velma
in Dead to Me.
Patty Stafford, played by Carrie Bechet. I stared at her for so long in this film because I couldn't think of where I knew her from. And I knew it couldn't be something good because I'd remember it immediately. And why I didn't remember it is that she is in the ill-fated season 9 of Scrubs.
Oh, okay.
And she plays Lucy, like the main girl.
Right.
Along with James Franco's little brother. So that's the only one of the 6 I think I recognise.
One of them looks really like Jonathan from Stranger Things, with a mustache. But I sat through the whole movie thinking, I know it's not him.
No.
But it looks really
the
like
6
the guy.
are Kathy Stafford.
Yeah.
And her husband Joe Stafford. Bob Anders, Elise Schaff, Laura Lejeck, and Mark Lejeck. Butchered those names, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
They're not exactly the stars of this film as much as the whole film is about them.
Yeah, they're kind of unwilling passengers.
Yeah, well, some of them are really willing. I can't see the names. Which one is it?
No, it's not Bob Anders.
It's Joe Stafford, completely against the idea of being a film crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Scrubs' husband that is completely against the idea of... It doesn't look like her until the end, but yeah, it's so Lucy. Yeah, the 6 are completely forgettable. They could be literally anybody. Ben Affleck is fed up about talking about Ben Affleck. But the other 3 main characters, or 3 main bills anyway, in this film. Bryan Cranston. Fantastic as always as Jack O'Donnell. A friend of David's, Jonathan Goodman, who plays Jonathan Chambers.
Brilliant.
And Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin is
fantastic.
fantastic.
Who is great in this movie.
He's so good. The scene where they're at the kind of press event and the journalists follow him around. So he's like, what? So what does Argo mean? He's like, it's the thing. And the journalist just won't let him go. He's do. It means Argo fuck yourself. It's so good.
Argo fuck yourself is the line they use.
Yeah.
So many times in this film. It's like the
catchphrase of the movie.
Is it the tagline? No, probably not. It's the It's the should be tagline.
Yeah, it should be the tagline, but I don't think you can put fuck on a poster.
Argo :
fuck yourself.
Yeah, there's a few other actors in this film that I recognised, and we've been in a run of good casts.
Yes, we have.
We've got Kyle Chandler. We have a friend of the pod, Taylor Schilling. She plays Ben Affleck's ex-wife.
Oh, okay.
Split from wife. They're still married? Are they ever married?
They're separated.
Yeah, but they're not divorced.
No.
Yeah, so still wife.
What Netflix original was she in?
She is the lead in Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
Karina Log. She's in Zodiac. That's what it is. She's in that great Zodiac.
Zodiac is fantastic. Recommendation of the week.
It's the early recommendation of the week.
What I did like about this film, perhaps a little bit more so than the Trial of Chicago 7, is the setup it did at the start, where it was pure exposition, but I think it was important to set the scene for it. So about essentially the Iran being ruled by the Shahs, and then they vote in a president, and the Yanks and the Brits go in and set back up the Shah because the Shah would give them the fucking oil. Story of the Middle East.
Yeah, I think the setup at the start of this film is way more important here than it is.
Yeah,
I feel like it's more you're more expected, I think, to do like even some of the Chicago 7 stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas you might not have any clue about the Iranian Revolution.
Yeah.
I certainly didn't.
I had
not a history buff myself,
yeah.
But yeah, I think the setup works. They do talk about is it what they call the Shah?
Yeah. So Shah Pahlavi was the one that the Brits put in place.
That's the one whose wife bathes in milk.
Yeah, she bathes in milk.
Which was something I wanted to bring up because that seems completely impractical.
It does seem very impractical.
What benefits to...
Apparently, it's a thing that they do, like, Pharaoh's wives and stuff like that used to do it. Like, Cleopatra used to bathe in milk. Apparently, it's good for your skin.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know if there's any...
I didn't expect you to have an answer when I asked.
Well, there you go. See? You learn something new every day.
I'm glad you bring something to this that I just don't have. Yeah, the setup at the start is great.
Yeah, and I do like the way it was done in the kind of like the storyboards.
Yeah.
which are like an important part of the actual film.
Of the actual film, yes. What doesn't work for me so much, and it's not just a complaint on this film, it's kind of in the Chicago 7 too,
Yeah.
and it's in all these films that are like based on like events like this. I'm not a massive fan of the sprinkling in real footage,
Yeah,
unless it really worked.
that wasn't actually real footage. That was
None of it was.
No, oh well, the woman announcing stuff, that was real footage. But the shots from inside the crowd, they were Super 8 cams given to extras. Yeah.
Oh well, never mind then.
Yeah.
It looks so.
Yeah,
it
I
looks
think-
like it could be just proper real.
Yeah, and I think that shows. Ben
Well, then
Affleck's
actually,
a
I'll take
competent
back
director.
my complaint because
You've turned it into a
It's
compliment.
very well done. Yeah.
Boom, flip it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the. I think if you're going to make a film about it, either do a documentary or don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the real footage. I like this though. If it is apparently fake.
Yeah.
Because it looks so good.
A highly inaccurate movie, this, actually.
Yeah, that's I've got from our user reviews that we're going to bring in later.
So when Jimmy Carter, who's the president at the time, was asked about this years after it was declassified, in the lead up to the movie, he'd been shown it, and he said, "Yeah, it's not really accurate. 90% of the ideas, 90% of the work was done by the Canadians. The real hero of the movie was Ken Taylor, who's the Canadian ambassador in Iran, played by the same guy who plays Firestorm in the Arrowverse."
And he is in Power, another Laura's Netflix show. That's where I knew him from.
Also, at the start they say that the Brits and New Zealand turned them away, but actually the British sheltered them for 6 days, and then everyone decided that they were too close to the action, so they decided to move them. The Kiwis moved them from the British embassy to the Canadian embassy, and then moved them from the Canadian embassy to the airport. And in the film they just kind of say like, yeah, so the Brits and the Kiwis turned them away. And like,
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the kind of last minute cancellation didn't happen. The only delay in the plan was for half an hour, and that was before Mendes even went to Iran.
Yeah, I didn't buy that they would drop him in like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That didn't seem. It seems like a totally tacked on for a movie purpose, 30
Yeah.
minutes or less kind of thing.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It was. Yeah, it was very over dramatized.
I
But
absolutely believe that. Yes.
But I mean, it's based on true story. It's not a documentary, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
complain. It doesn't affect the quality of the movie. Also, there was no Revolutionary Guard at the airport because they went to the airport at 5:30, and the Revolutionary Guard didn't bother coming in till like 9. So
this last minute chase onto the.
yeah, that's completely
Yeah, this I have this
Fictional.
written down is that I don't care.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if 3 military jeeps were driving behind a plane, it would, one, make the radar, and two, regardless of what the plan was.
But they don't have the radar on the ground.
No, but I don't mean like an actual radar. I mean it would make your radar that there is a police van behind you. Surely.
No.
What do you mean no?
How would you see it? There's
Can you
no
not-
wing mirrors.
Can you not like? Is there not like some sort of? I've never flown a plane. Is there not some sort of like way to know?
No, there really isn't. You can only see right in front of you.
So the people in the command center would have seen.
If they'd been looking out, they would have.
Yeah, but
generally
even the
they're
fact
looking
that they
at
have
screens.
guns in their face. Command center is attacked by.
Oh yeah, they get stormed.
Yeah. So surely they would mention, by the way, I know we said you're clear, but you are about to be shot at.
Yeah, but from the scene, they were all kind of just panicking, and they probably didn't get a chance to switch the official channel of the Swiss Air.
I don't think the plane would have taken off, David.
Entirely fictional.
I know, but this
Yeah,
makes
but,
it
like,
worse, David.
If they come in storm with guns, they're not exactly saying, they're not giving them direct orders. They're all
I
panicking.
just think it's easier to stop that plane than the film makes it look. I think
Yeah.
if the entire military is there trying to break open this gate, it's not going to take them that long.
Also, I think, why are they running into the command center with guns raised? Like, surely they work for the same.
Yeah, I don't think
all
they have
work
to
for the
hold them
government.
hostage to
Yeah.
stop the plane. That's what I thought. I must have missed something where the CIA had planted loads of people or something.
Yeah.
But I just they were all mates, surely, or
Yeah.
maybe not mates, but they're all working for the same
Yeah.
job. Like.
Yeah,
Kind
that
of-
bit
it's not
didn't
like
really
the
make
airline
sense.
is mad to get these Americans out either.
Oh yeah, they have no idea.
Yeah, so I just think there's no need to be so filmy about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the fact that it's so unrealistic makes it worse. It doesn't make it better. Because if this is what actually happened, then I could buy it. But it's because it seems so unrealistic. And Carter has said that it's not. It's not what happened.
The only thing I have about that is like the actual story, the actual true story. It's very interesting. It'd be interesting to like read. But if you made a 2-hour film that was true to events, it would be so boring. So I get why they kind of like up the drama. So
With that logic, don't make the film.
but it's a good story to tell. But it just every movie needs some action.
But it's a good story to tell, but you're not telling it.
But they are telling.
If
it.
you're adding so much to it, you're not telling it.
But you're telling the story about they're getting the point across that these people went into an active war zone and pretended they were a film crew.
Give me a 5-minute Jimmy Kimmel skit or something like.
I think if you wanted to just tell the actual story.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
A 20-minute YouTube video would do the job.
Make a documentary.
But if you're going to
there is a documentary.
There probably is, yeah. But if you're going to make a Hollywood movie, then dramatize it, because you couldn't make a Hollywood.
Don't give it to Ben Affleck.
Don't give it to Ben Affleck. That's your.
Give it to Michael Bay if you're going to do this.
Michael Bay.
If you're going to go so action heavy instead of, it's not even action heavy. It's not. It's really not an action heavy.
It's
movie.
just they're just up in
But
stakes.
if you're going to add some action to
Yeah.
it, I just think it's a tense enough movie without the plane chase or without the.
Yeah, I thought the plane
chase
chase
is completely
was
pointless.
too much. Yeah.
That's my complaint more so. You can add stuff to it, but don't.
Like, I think the fact that they got brought in, which also didn't happen in real life, the fact they got brought in by the Revolutionary Guard right
That's
before
enough.
they boarded the plane, I thought
Maybe,
that was enough.
Maybe they run into the command center, but the plane's already gone.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't need to be a big plane chase. It doesn't need to
No.
turn into Fast and Furious at the end. But
Fast and Furious. Which one is that? 7?
7 with the abnormally long
Yeah.
runway.
Someone worked it out and it was like 28,000 miles
Yeah,
long.
it would be like 65,000 runways in one to make that. Yeah, I just think that's so unnecessary. Just make the movie. If it's such a good story, tell the story. 'Cause I hate this Hollywood dramatization of stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just the same problem with American Sniper where they do it. It's just
But
don't
that
make
was-
it more interesting. Don't make it. It doesn't make it any more.
But that was your man. That was the sniper. That was based entirely off his autobiography.
I know, but even the transfer from his autobiography is stretched out.
And his.
His stories, yeah, but
his story's complete bullshit.
from his perspective,
Yeah.
is at least a way to tell the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Lying about his perspective isn't even.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's a way to do it from his perspective
Yeah.
and kind of admit that it's slightly stretched.
It's
maybe.
been embellished.
But you don't need don't be so straight faced about lying about it.
Yeah.
I just didn't really like this movie.
Yeah.
Was maybe what I'm picking at straws here.
Yeah. Okay.
The inaccuracy I saw was the Hollywood sign. Up anything on this?
Oh yeah, that's true. The
No.
Hollywood sign, because officially it was for
It's
real
true
estate.
that the Hollywood sign was down, but not when this would have happened.
Oh, was this
Because
after it had been?
If you go to 1980, the sign's been fixed.
Okay.
So it's played around with it. Just because I looked it up because I thought it was way earlier that it was down, to
Yeah.
be honest. But yeah, it's like 3 years off or something.
Oh, okay. Right.
It's not major, but it's just another Ben Affleck wanting to look cool. Put a cool thing in.
Another reason you hate Ben Affleck.
Another reason I hate Ben.
Yeah, our next topic's going
Hate
to
him
be
in
10
anything that
reasons
isn't
Caolan
Gone
hates
Girl.
Ben Affleck.
And I do hate him in Gone Girl too. Sell me on this film. If you're pitching this film, sell me on.
I mean, like, I think it's a great film up until the plane chase. I think I would have bought it completely up until they get in jeeps and start driving after a plane.
There's some good scenes with the.
Up until that, it's brilliant.
Yeah, there's some good scenes with the.
When he meets John Goodman, excellent scene.
Yes.
So he comes in and he kind of explains the plan to him. John Goodman goes, "So you want to come to Hollywood, act like a big shot, and not do any work?" And Ben Affleck goes, "Yeah." He's like, "You fit right in." Just little scenes like that. Bryan Cranston's very good in this film.
Bryan Cranston playing Walter White.
Essentially, yeah.
Is very great, especially when he's running around and he's telling CIA
Oh yeah, and he's yelling.
this is
that.
happening.
Yeah,
he's like,
that's brilliant.
pull
scene.
him out. He's like, no, it's done. We're just
Yeah.
not letting him die.
It's done. And then he needs to get onto the Secretary of State. So he finds out where his kids go to school.
Yeah.
And he rings him. He's like, "Yeah, this is Mr. Murphy from the whatever his kid's school is." Like, "Yes, I'm afraid it is an emergency."
Same with the one when Alan Arkin goes in to buy the script,
Yeah,
and he's like, I got a 6-picture deal. Well, I heard
yeah,
from my friend, I can't remember which actor he uses, but he's like, I heard from, just say, Bobby Beausoleil,
Yeah.
that you're over budget, falling apart, this deal's never going to happen. He walks out, and
I thought that was brilliant. Alan Arkin is fantastic in this as Lester Siegel.
as he tends to be. Yeah, I don't have too much to say.
No, that's pretty much all I got.
I have gotten we wanted some outside views on this film.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I have gone to get
From the source of all knowledge,
source of all knowledge,
IMDb user reviews. Yeah.
I've got a mix. I've got 2 really positive ones. Well, maybe I have a second one here. I give 3 maybe really positive ones and 3 really negative ones. I'm just going to give you the score and the headline.
Or give me the headline. I'll see if I can guess the score.
Well, the first one's Well Done, Ben.
Solid 8.
The 9.
It's a 9.
Yeah. Honestly, he
Well
came
done,
into
Ben.
this movie with so expectations. I'll leave that one to last because I don't think I don't understand the headline and I know the score. Proof that the US is losing it.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
What?
1 out of 10.
Do they mean like the US film business, not the
The
US
US
government?
is losing it.
I assume they mean the US film business.
He's
rather than
halfway
the US
into the
government.
movie. He did this review halfway into the movie,
Okay.
and it's so boring that he went on IMDb to check if this is really the movie that won the Best Picture. Apparently, it is. This fact makes me very, very worried for the state of the United States. Argo winning Best Picture is what worried him. But
Not the US.
this, in fairness, was made while Obama was still in
Okay.
his reviews.
Right.
This These two reviews actually, because this is recent history a la Hollywood. What score would you think that's given?
Oh, that's a low score. 4.
5.
5, okay.
About as interesting as watching pasta boil.
That's got to be like a 1.
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, this man
You got to think how
clearly has
interesting
some
pasta
joy.
is.
Yeah,
he
he's got
enjoys pasta.
It depends on what type of pasta. Like spaghetti's good because, you know, you get to pick it up and throw it at the wall at some point.
I like the any long stringed one because it just breaks.
Okay, yeah.
Do go to Argo.
That's a good one. 8 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of
10 out of 10.
And then this one that I don't understand, and I know the score. A daring pearl of a film, Goodwill the Last Drop.
That's got to be a 10.
It's a 1.
What?
Imagine if George Clooney's smug Oscar speech magically Pinocchioed into a man-like director and made a movie, while that movie would be called Argo. I don't know what that means.
What does Pinocchioed mean?
I think,
oh, turned into a little boy.
Like,
okay.
become a real boy.
Okay,
yes.
right.
But then that boy grew up and made a film, and it would be Argo. I don't get what a daring pearl of a film, Goodwill the Last Drop.
I assume that was a positive review.
Daring pearl of a film would make you think so.
Yeah.
Goodwill the Last Drop is not English.
Goodwill, is that some sort of reference to Goodwill Hunting?
I think he means he loses.
It loses goodwill.
Loses the last drop of goodwill or something.
Yeah.
Daring pearl of a film. I'm going to make this a segment on our show now, David. I'm going to go and get
IMDB user reviews.
7 user reviews.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to try and make them. I'm going to look for ones that are daring pearls of a user review. Goodwill the Last Drop. 1 out of 10. That's fantastic. I love this. I love the IMDb. It's the same. I'm disgusted. We had a long list of films.
Yeah.
That we've just completely lost. I don't think I have anything. All my notes are just ask David why he likes Ben Affleck. Complaint about Ben Affleck.
I thought he was a good Batman. All right.
I do have that he's attractive.
Okay. Is he? He's
if
on
that
your.
Makes him listen again.
He's on your free pass list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Out of the 10 actors in Hollywood, if he stole my girlfriend, I don't think I'd be too mad.
Okay. Okay.
That's not a long list because she has a type, and I'm not it.
Okay.
Yeah, like him and Leonardo DiCaprio. Any kind of man that looks older than he is.
Yeah.
But also younger than he is in the right role. Bit of belly on him. Can grow a beard.
Leonardo DiCaprio has a bit of a belly.
Are you for real?
Does he?
Are you serious?
I haven't seen him topless.
Have you not seen Dad Bod Leo? Oh, look up Dad Bod Leo right now.
Okay.
I want your reviews of Leonardo DiCaprio's belly.
I
He
think-
doesn't always have a belly on him.
Although I think you're pretty safe with Leonardo DiCaprio because I think he tends to go for them younger.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's
20.
About 20 years too old for him. Yeah. Yeah, no, DiCaprio in the right role or when he's like recovering has a belly.
Bod Leo.
Don't look up the beach Leo or something. That's not a good.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's.
But like Leo in like.
Dad Bod Leotard came up on him. Really
No,
worried.
not Leotard.
Okay, yeah.
He has the belly. I think he has the belly in Once Upon a Time. Dalton's not the most in shape man. Yeah, it's not. It's the dad bod for Leo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that left one. He doesn't look too good in the
That's Chris
American
Pratt.
short. Oh, is it? That makes
Yeah.
sense. I can't see from here. Yeah, it's a dad bod for Leo. It's
Yeah,
not
look up-
exactly a dad bod.
Look up Dad Bod Leo. Would highly recommend looking it up. Good Google. So you've got a recommendation
I
of
have
the
my
week?
recommendation this week. Yeah, I think me and you, if we did a bonus episode that came out on Friday, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
I think, like I said, me and you have a weird friendship in that I think Friday the 13th is like the best example of and Lost, and
Yeah.
we like shows that aren't. We like stuff that maybe isn't as good as we think it is.
Yeah.
We tend
yeah.
to have the same tastes in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you may have seen this film, but I'm just going to look up the date for when it came out, but I have Sleepaway Camp.
Yes, I have.
I have Sleepaway Camp down as my recommendation.
The
this week.
greatest still image of a horror movie.
Oh, it's by far the best still
it's
image, yeah.
incredible.
But it's like the peak of acting so bad it's great.
Exactly, yeah. One of the most weirdly irrelevant twists in a movie.
It's fantastic.
It's
though.
brilliant. Oh, it's
It
brilliant. I
has
love
a
it.
brutal kill with a curling iron. It came out in 1983. It's under 90 minutes, so
Yeah.
it's a great watch.
I'm going to go home and watch that.
You should go and watch it. I think I might try and sell this,
Yeah.
but she doesn't have our taste, I don't think.
No.
She has more of a I don't want to watch bad movies
Yeah.
taste. Yeah, it's Felissa Rose as Angela. It's so great.
Yeah.
I think you should go into this film as blind as
Absolutely,
as you
yeah.
possibly can,
Brilliant film.
and just watch out for the mother because she is great, or the auntie, I suppose. But
Yeah.
whatever. Just go into this film as blind as possible, and please, David, our social medias are.
They are 2 Men 1 Pod on Twitter, 2 Men a Pod on Instagram, 2menapod at gmail.com, 2 Men a Podcast on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
We
Stitcher.
never got that Stitcher review, guy.
No, we didn't.
Write into us yet.
Wasn't listening
That
last
might
week.
be coming. And we're on all these.
Yeah, all these weird
ones
things.
you'll find.
Google
We're probably
Podcasts,
on that. What's
Deezer.
that? What's that? Hey You.
Hey You?
Is that the reality TV app?
I have no idea, but
We're on
it.
alongside the Sleeping with the Kardashians or whatever.
Sleeping with
Sleeping with the Kardashians. Next week we're covering. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Yeah, it is brilliant.
It's probably the film I've watched the most. We're doing Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill. Not Seth. Yeah, Seth Rogen's in it, but it's Michael Cera is the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Michael Cera and Jonah Hill's Superbad.
Yes, we are.
A fantastic film.
Absolutely brilliant film.
A spoiler alert for next week. It holds up just as well as I thought it did.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I will be raving. If I was negative this week, I will be the exact opposite. The following week.
You needed to get a negative film. I needed
to get my negative out
because you're going to be
because this next string of whole podcasts are all Superbad next week. We look forward to seeing you.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye.